What will win in a drag race between a 2-litre modern Toyota Supra and an old Mk4 100% Toyota Supra and a new 3-litre Toyota Supra? We're going to find out. I'm going to race them over the standing quarter mile and compare the times. So let me tell you about the car I'm in. It's got a 2-litre turbocharged engine with 258 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. Drives the rear wheels only via an 8-speed automatic gearbox with launch control. Though launch control is hard to engage because this is a BMW really underneath the skin, and BMW launch controls are temperamental and problematic. This car weighs in at just under 1,400 kilos, and if you want one new, starts from around £46,000. Now the 3-litre Supra costs a bit more money. Starts from £53,000, but then you get a 3-litre straight-six engine. You've also got rear-wheel drive and an 8-speed automatic gearbox with a launch control system, which is slightly problematic because it's a BMW system. But you've also got 340 horsepower and 500 newton meters of torque. It is heavier though, by about 100 kilos, just under 1,500 kilos actually. Now the old Mk4 Supra, it has a 3-litre straight-six engine, a 2JZ. I'm not American, a 2JZ, I think you'll find it's called. So that puts out 320 horsepower and 441 newton meters of torque, which is pretty good for back in the day. That used to cost £41,000 new, quite expensive really. Today you get one of those for about £27,000 because it's an import, and the auto, not so desirable, but there we go. 4-speed auto it is, rear wheel drive, no launch control. Just hold on the brake, boost it and go. We're going to find out what happens. But before we do, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on. That way you won't miss a single upload. And if you want to see how much money you can save on a new Supra or any new car for that matter, click on the pop-out banner up there to go to Car Wow and see how much you can save. Alternatively, you can just Google "Help Me Car Wow" at a later date, and me and my team will help you choose the right car for you and get it for a fair price from one of our trusted dealers. You could save thousands. Anyway, let's get on with this.
Buying a new car? Then head to Car Wow and my team will help you find your next car at a fair price. Car Wow, your one-stop car buying comparison site.
Before we race, we're going to do the obligatory Car Wow sound check. I'm going to rev this thing up. No soft limiters here. Lovely. So that's my 4 cylinders. Can we hear the 3-litre new Supra, please? That just sounds way better. I can hear it from here. It sounds awesome, actually. Does the old Mk4 Supra with a Toyota engine sound better than a BMW-built Toyota Supra? I hope that's condensation and not smoke coming out your exhaust. Dear, sorry. It's been brought to us by a viewer. I'm sure the car's fine. It's nice and warm anyway, so it should be fine. I think the BMW engine Supra sounded better than the Toyota engine Supra, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Go on, fight it out. 2JZ boys, sorry, 2JZ boys, or BMW boys. Anyway, let's race. This is a bit of a faff to launch. I'm not going to launch mode it. I'm just going to brake boost it and feed it in, otherwise it'll spin up its wheels. And half the time it doesn't engage launch control. Look, it's supposed to be in the settings that I've got them in: sport, traction, sports mode, floor the brake, floor the throttle. It should say launch. That's not. It's just doing weird stuff and spinning up its tyres. Crap. I'm just going to brake boost like I said. That's why.
3, 2, 1.
Still going sideways a bit. I'm just like ahead of everyone. Honestly, these Supras launch like crap. In fact, the 3-litre's given up.
It said launch control, but it just didn't move, to be honest.
See, did you hear that? The guy was saying, it said launch control, but it didn't launch. These BMW-based launch control systems are rubbish. If Toyota built their own Supra and they did the launch control system, you can guarantee it would work. The amount of drag races I've done where I've been faffing around trying to get the BMW launch control system to work, it just drives me mad. When they work, they're brilliant, but they're so temperamental. They're more temperamental than me, and that's just not acceptable.
3, 2, 1.
Just ease your way. It actually short shifted. I'm beating the 3-litre. Oh wait, here we go. Come on, 2-litre, come on. No. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, my car short shifted from first to second because it was spinning up a little bit. The 3 litre new Supra, how did you do?
Properly grimy track over this side. Struggled to put it down, but then came through the win in the end.
And Mk4 Supra, you struggled off the line as well, didn't you?
Just struggled to put a bit of power down, but then it got going. It was good. She's a lovely old girl.
It looked like it was gaining ever so slightly towards the end. You just didn't have enough room.
I think if it was a little bit drier off the line, it would be closer. Because it's an auto, trying to get the power down, it just kind of dumps it. It boosts quite hard. I want one more go.
All right, let's have one more go. Right, I've got a little theory on this. I'm going to turn off my sport traction mode, so I've just got traction fully on. I think it might just work better in normal mode. I'm going to try it.
3, 2, 1.
Manage the power better. Absolutely manage the power better. Here comes a 3 litre now. Oh, is that Mk4 coming? Oh, that was a good race. I enjoyed that. 3 litre didn't get a great start because of the power. This got off the line the best, but that Mk4, you were gaining on me. I was lucky it was a quarter mile, not a half mile. Otherwise, I was done for.
Yeah, that was mega. She hooked up much better off the line there. It's a little bit slow on the upshift in the auto, but oh, that was lovely.
You got a proper Supra, haven't you? I've got a BMW.
Yeah, this is as it should be. Perfect.
So 3 litre BMW Supra, how was your launch?
I've now tried it with the traction off, the traction in 4. That time that was traction on, and that was the quickest off the line today, but it was still losing its mind.
It's exactly what I did. Better to launch like that than launch control nonsense if you can even get it engaged. I do love this car though, but I don't know why you'd have it with the blooming 2 litre. The whole reason of doing the BMW thing was for the 3 litre 6 cylinder, and then you go and put a blooming 2 litre 4 cylinder in the car. Just what? Anyway, it doesn't matter. GR Yaris, everything is forgiven.
So then what exactly happened? Well, the 3 litre Supra didn't get a great launch, but it pulled past the other 2 cars, and in the end, it won, completing the standing quarter mile in 13.3 seconds. The 2 litre Supra was next, with a time of 13.6 seconds, and last was the Mk4 Supra, which did the quarter mile in 13.8 seconds.
Now we have a rolling race from 50 miles an hour. The car's in comfort and drive. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to count it in. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. They were all a bit ahead of me to start with, to be fair. That's the effect of 2 extra cylinders. They're gone. They're long gone. I'm going to pick you up on this, guys. I don't think you're quite level with me. You're a little bit ahead, but it's irrelevant anyway. You all just buggered off. The kickdown on the old car seemed pretty rapid.
It actually didn't kick down, it finished out the revs that it was in.
You've only got 4 gears, haven't you?
It's 4 on the floor, I think they call this, don't they? It's actually got an overdrive, so I might push that button next. I don't know what it does, but it sounds awesome. Okay, overdrive button is on.
Overdrive is on. Let's do this again. Let's do a rolling race from 50 miles an hour. I'm steaming up here. I'm so excited. I'm in 6th gear. It's gone into 6th. Oh, 7th. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, overdrive, boy. Yeah, it's better now. We're all lined up. Those two just seem to be going off together. Right, I'm out of this. Do you know what? There's a bit of delay on your kick down because it had to go down a gear this time rather than just being in the same gear in the old Supra. And the new one obviously kicked down quicker, I think. And then there wasn't that much of a difference. It wasn't really pulling massively from what I could see.
No, he gapped me a tiny bit off the start, and then it just kind of stayed where it was. So it was up 1 gear higher when we were cruising there, so it did actually kick down that time. So that's what kind of gave me a little bit of a delay.
Okay, and how was it for you, new Supra?
No trouble putting the power down that time. This engine sounds so good at high revs.
Which engine's the best, the 2JZZ or the BMW engine?
That's not even a question worth answering, and we all know the answer.
What do you reckon? Let us know in the comments. BMW versus Supra Fanboy fight out. Go on, let's do it. Now we're going to have a rolling race. Car's in sports mode. 3rd gear for the new Supras. In 2nd gear for the old Supra. Should be even because he's got a 4-speed gearbox. We've got 8. Here we go. I'm going to count it in. 3, 2, 1, go. boys, pulling on me now, that old Supra. Old 2JZZ. Oh. Been enjoying these little races, haven't you, new 3 litre Supra?
That's where it's shining, really, really nice, lovely gearbox. That is where it is at its best.
Do you prefer that engine in the BMW rather than the 2JZZ?
Nah, I still prefer the 2JZ, to be honest.
Just because you can build it out to 1,000 horsepower, you're just saying that. The BMW engine's nicer.
Probably a bit more fuel efficient, but yeah, 1,000 horsepower.
Come on then, brake test, get with me. 70 miles an hour we'll be doing. There we go. I lost. I always lose these.
I just want to reflect on how good this car is. She's perfect.
I actually think it's gender neutral. It's a they. Just saying.
That is mighty impressive though, how it stopped, isn't it?
It's almost like we've lined them up for the perfect shot for the cameraman. It was all choreographed this. I meant to lose. It was my plan. So there you go. The 3 litre BMW Supra won everything. Sorry, stop calling it the 3 litre BMW Supra. It's just the Toyota Supra, the new one, 3 litre. Anyway, every single test it won. This came second in a drag race and then lost everything else. He's right, you know. That old Mk4 Supra has put in an absolutely brilliant performance. And if you think about it, what it must have been like in its day when it came out, one absolutely awesome car to compete against these modern Supras. Now, if you want to see how much money you can save on a Toyota Supra, click on the pop-out banner up there. I've actually found an awesome deal. Now, I'm not going to tell you if it's on the 2 litre or the 3 litre Supra, but I've configured the car, got an awesome deal back from one of our dealers. So check it out by clicking that link. Alternatively, you can follow the link below the video. Finally, please follow me on Instagram and my Watson Cars. Anyway, that's enough of that. See you next time. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. If you click on those video windows there, you can watch the 3 litre new Supra race against some other cars, and you'll see me get perfect launches in it to see what times it can really do when it hooks up. And if you click on that box there, you can check out the Car Wow Drag Race leaderboard with all our times listed.